Hi, my name is Donald Clark. I'm here to talk about my new book, Learning Technologies. So I spent the whole of my adult life in the learning technologies game, so this book is a summary of all the technologies that exist in the field and hopefully a good guide for people who are practicing learning professionals. If I were to ask myself three questions every time before I spent any money or did anything in learning technology, I think there are three really prior questions, then three secondary questions. I'll start with the prior questions. The first thing I would ask myself is, have I read the company or organizational annual report? Do I really know what the strategy of this organization is? Because everything you should do should cascade from that. So do you know what the strategy is of the organization? And then the second prior question would be, to what problem is this a solution? That great question on anything in business, to what problem is this a solution? You have to be really clear what you're tackling rather than what you think you may be tackling. And then the third one would be, is this really a training problem? You know, is this problem I have in the organization actually going to be well served by some course? Or is it better served by changing a process or something else in the organization? So these are sort of three prior questions. But if we move into the three questions, once you've made the decision you're going to be doing a learning intervention of one form or another, it may not be a course, then there are three real questions I would ask. One is, who are your learners, the types of learners? And that's important. Are they working at home? Are they working in the office? What's the mixture? Is it a distributed network of people in other countries? Do some people have English as a second language, and so on and so forth? There's a great deal of interesting things you need to know about your learners, what level they're at, and so on. The second thing is the type of learning. So question one, learners. Question two, types of learning. It's absolutely pointless getting somebody into a room and teaching them how to ride a bike from PowerPoint. So you have to be really clear about the taxonomy of learning you're using, and don't use Bloom, that's hopeless, but be very clear about whether this is practical skills, behavioural change, attitudinal change, knowledge-based stuff before you design anything. So question one, learners. Question two, type of learning. The third question would be, what resources do you have available? Do you have an LMS, an LXP, a learning record store? Do you have the really smart technology to deliver things in the way you want? Can you do spaced practice, for example? If you don't have the budget, you don't have the resources, you don't have the bandwidth, you don't have the personnel, then be very careful about over-promising and therefore under-delivering. So the three big questions on any learning intervention: do you know enough about your learners? Do you know what the learning is you're trying to get across, what you're trying to achieve here? And thirdly, do you actually have the resources to do it properly?